Hello and welcome to the Wisdom Fountain. It is Wisdom Wednesday with me, Tiffany Rochelle, and I'm just so excited about all the things that have been happening. So I literally, over the last week, just completed a half cross-country trip. I drove in an RV conversion sprinter from California to Texas, where I live, and I got to stop at the Grand Canyon along the way. Now, a couple things I will say. It's cold. I do not do the cold. As you can see, I got on my warm weather stuff. And when I started out the journey, my husband and I were driving and we thought, oh, we're going to stop and see all these great things. We didn't do that. It was cold. We're not cold weather people. I know that may be TMI, but we're not cold weather people. So it kind of altered our trip. 1. 2, I'm not about that van life. It was cute. It was fun. I'm too big for that. I'm almost 6 foot tall. It was a little extra. But it's always good to know our limitations. With that being said, that is not the subject matter of this video. What happened was we stopped at the Grand Canyon. And I hadn't been to the Grand Canyon since I was a child. So I was like, oh, okay, it's the Grand Canyon. I've been there before. My husband had never been, and he really, really wanted to go. So we went. We stopped at a place called the Horseshoe, which was really beautiful. If I can, I'll insert some pictures maybe at the end of this video. But we stopped at the Horseshoe, and it was pretty. You know, we had to hike. I had to work my cardio out a little bit. And I thought, okay, this is nice. This is pretty, because I love nature, and to see the red rocks, it was a beautiful thing. So I was not overwhelmed. I wasn't, you know, it's nice, it's cute, right? And so we ended up going to the actual Grand Canyon, which was another hour away. And so I wasn't expecting to see anything that I hadn't seen before, or again, thinking I had already been to that spot, that, you know, it was no big deal. Boy, was I in for a shock. So as we walked up to the rim of the actual Grand Canyon, all of a sudden I was overwhelmed with emotions. I was brought to tears because what I saw was so awe-inspiring and vast and immense. And literally, the only thing that was coming to my mind as I was looking at it was God. All I could see was God and the creation of the world. Like literally, Genesis was playing in my head. In the beginning, you know, when God separated the firmament from the water and the land came forth, and that's what I felt and saw when I went to the Grand Canyon this time. And I'm there and I'm going, why am I crying? Why am I, you know, brought to tears by this view? I've been here before. And I realized that as a kid, my perspective was completely different. My perspective was, I was small, it was big, and I didn't want to fall into the canyon. And for me, the guardrails or the rails that were there, from what I'm remembering as a kid, didn't seem sturdy or strong enough for me. So I remember avoiding the edge, avoiding going forward, because even though they had rails, I didn't trust it. And plus my cousins were there, family was there, so I was distracted. But I was definitely viewing it from a child's eyes. And so this time when I came and I saw it, they had actually, the part that I was in, they had changed the railing. It was more sturdy, it was stronger. But that notwithstanding, my perspective had changed, because now I had some experiences and some understandings and some appreciations that I didn't have before. And when I saw it this time, yes, it was still super huge, immense. I wasn't trying to get too close to the edge because I wasn't trying to fall down in the canyon, but I was just overwhelmed with the magnitude of the power that I was in the presence of. And just the shift in time, the shift in age, the shift in perspective, what it meant, how it had changed, what I was looking at. So for us, in this time, in this season, I believe it's a go back and look again type of season, where there may be some things in your life that you went to, or you visited, or you touched, or you tried to start in your younger years, in your less experienced years, in your less wise years. And your perspective at that time might have been overshadowed by fear, because you didn't feel safe. You didn't feel secure with what was surrounding you. You didn't feel secure with the foundation that was in front of you. You didn't feel secure with how you could approach it. Or, as you were younger, you may have been distracted like I was. My cousins were around. I wanted to play and hang, and I knew we couldn't play at the edge, so we moved back further away. Maybe you were distracted the first time that you went to your personal attraction, your personal assignment. What in your life were you starting, were you looking at, but you had distractions? And so you weren't able to see it clearly. You weren't able to focus on it and see the beauty in it. You weren't able to look directly at it because there was something else calling your attention away. In this season, it's a go back and look at it again and see it with new, fresh eyes, new perspective, new idea, new strength, personal strength. I'm an older person. I'm much bigger than I was. I think I can handle myself. I think that my footing might be sure. I think that I could evaluate depth perception a little bit better at this age. So I wasn't fearful like I was as a child. So maybe the fear and the perception of something in your life that is grand for you. Okay, take two. I'm back. I know, hair's different, new glasses back on. I had a little bit of technical difficulties in the middle of my last recording. So I'm going to put these together and we're going to keep rocking with it. I was finishing off saying that it's time to go back and look again at some things that maybe you were distracted from or fearful of in your past. Your own personal Grand Canyon, something that is big for you that maybe you thought it's just done. I saw it, it really wasn't that great. It's time for you to go back and look at it. We're entering into a season where our Grand Canyons are coming up, and it's time for us to conquer them. It's time for us to conquer them. It's time for us to overcome the distractions, overcome the fear, and move forward in purpose and walking in alignment with what our divine assignments are, and just recognizing that now is the time. So one of the things that really, I think I mentioned it earlier, was standing out was just the idea that God literally spoke that into existence. He said, let it happen. He declared these things, and the land was manifest, and this canyon was manifest, and the water was manifest. All these things were manifest. We were manifest. And I'm mentioning this now because I'm going to do another video about how declaration equals manifestation in our personal life. But with this, I just want to end and close us out on this thought. Go to your own personal Grand Canyon. And if you get a chance, go see the real one in real life, because it is absolutely stunning and breathtaking and awe-inspiring and amazing. But revisit your own personal Grand Canyon and overcome the fear or the obstacles or the distractions that possibly had you not see it from the right perspective. Age, time, abilities, size, resources, any of those things. We're in a season where you can conquer your canyon. So with that being said, I want to close out. We are in November. I don't know how many days left to the year, not that many, but just I'd like to make a really quick plug. I have an amazing masterclass for leaders that I have been doing the whole year. The groups are small, they're intimate, and when I tell you they are impactful and intensive, your life will never be the same. I am doing a end of the year sale, because next year, of course, the price will go up. But it notwithstanding, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out. I don't have a long plug for you because I just don't do that. It's called the Dear Leader Masterclass Intensive. Very simple. It's based off of my book, Dear Leader, a personal guide for leaders through peace, pandemic, and protest. It helps to overcome imposter syndrome, direction and purpose, and also about leaving your legacy behind. So I welcome you to join me. You can contact me at which one? Okay, you can contact me at visitthewisdomfountain@gmail.com, or you can do hello@tiffanyrochelle.com. Either one, I'll answer, and just say you would like the end of the year special for my Dear Leader Masterclass. The next class will happen on January the 11th. I'm so excited for getting the year started in a correct way. I'm doing a challenge in December, starting December the 12th, and it will be Discipline Yourself in December, so that we can get ourselves into a place, not waiting for January 1st, but really to set 2023 off in a powerful and impactful way for you, for those you lead, for your businesses, for your families. I really look forward to spending that time with you. So again, hit me up and I will guide you and direct you. And I really appreciate you spending this time with me. I'm also accepting a limited number of one-on-one clients. So if you're interested in some personal coaching, some personal conversations, if you're a leader who has challenges that you feel other people don't understand, if you are burnt out with your leadership, if you're just looking around for accountability, I'm definitely a person you want to speak to. So again, welcome and thank you for spending this time with me. And I will see you very soon at the Wisdom Fountain. Until the next time, be wise.